Hello guys and welcome back to the Red Devil Stand, and it is Amrabat. Here we go, coming fresh out from Fabrizio Romano himself. He have said his three magical words which we were waited for so long when it came to Sofian Amrabat. We are pleased. There is not an ounce of doubt about that we are happy, we are delighted, we are absolutely joyous right now regarding that particular deal. As I have said, it is not a surprise to us, but nonetheless, it was important. It was absolutely much needed. So what, Fabrizio Romano have said regarding Sofian Amrabat deal was, Sofian Amrabat is a new Manchester United player, loan deal on 10 million euro fee plus buy clause for June 2024, worth 20 million euro plus 5 million euros in add-ons if Manchester United want Sofian to stay on long term. I can see that Pooja already joined the chat. Thank you so much, Pooja. And seriously, guys, I mean, the amount of time we have waited to make this happen, it is absolutely, see, the thing is that it is shambolic that we took so much time. But as I've just said, it does not take away the fun we had. I mean, seriously, we all, as I've said myself, the amount of time we all invested as Manchester United fans regarding this particular deal, that is absolutely mind-blowing. So yeah, it is a positive vibe at last that Sofian Amrabat is a Manchester United player. There is not any official statement just yet. I guess Eric Ten Hag's press conference is going on, so I have not all the data, though I have some, regarding Mason Greenwood and Haaland as well. Formalizing by Anushji, thank you so much, Romila, for joining the chat as well. Thank you. Exactly, man. The amount of time we have invested, as I've said, it would have been disgusting if we really missed out on Amrabat. We could not afford to drop the ball in this particular deal. That should not have been the case, and it is not, according to Fabrizio Romano. Osman have also joined us. Thank you so much, brother. Welcome to Manchester United. Sofian Amrabat, the struggle to get news even in the late night was all worth it. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. The amount, as I've said, man, the amount of time we all, not only our club, not only our negotiators or Amrabat or Fiorentina, us fans have given so much time to make this deal happen, to hoping, day in, day out, that today may be the day we can get Sofian Amrabat. Maybe today Manchester United will put in a formal bid, but that was not the case up until now. So yeah, man. Shomyukta is saying finally, absolutely. I'm happy the window can now close. The coach should try and manage the two strikers. We have Martial and Haaland. Believe we will bring back trophies home. Glory, Man United for absolutely. Shomyukta, see, the thing is that we as I just mentioned just a few moments ago, that we could not have afforded to drop that ball when it came to Sofian Amrabat, because we have let go of Fred. Donny is leaving as well, and we all know Eriksen and Mount are not up to the task to be a backup for Casemiro or even supporting him in some matches. We needed Sofian Amrabat. The ability he poses, the profile of player Sofian Amrabat is, it was absolutely needed. There is not a doubt about that. He was much needed. As we have discussed in our first 2 or 3 matches, after we have played our first couple of games, that there were no balance regarding in our midfield area, and that was quite worrisome. And I guess that Sofian Amrabat will give us that balance which we were lacking in our first 2 or 3 matches. Shiban and Jashon have also joined us, and Ishank as well. The best news in the transfer window, welcome Amrabat. Absolutely, brother, absolutely. We all spent so much time just waiting for him. And he came to us in the final day, the deadline day, brother. Amrabat is a deadline day signing. I mean, come on. He was linked with us from the end of June. Whole July and August have passed, and in the 1st of September, he is getting signed. But at least he is getting signed. We haven't dropped the ball in that Sofian Amrabat deal. Believe me, yeah, I was confident. Even in our previous session, I was quite confidently saying that, yeah, we will get Amrabat. But in some corner of my mind, I was a bit worried that we may drop the ball because it's Manchester United. We are relying on, people like John Murray, Richard Arnold, or the Glazers. They can drop the ball anytime. But as Fabrizio Romano have came out and said, yeah, it is going to be a loan deal. We will pay Fiorentina a 10 million euro of loan fee. It will not be, that they will not be getting any loan fee and we will only be covering Amrabat's salary or something like that. No, it is not like that. They will get a loan fee and there will be an obligation to buy. If we are going to, not obligation. Yeah, there is a buy clause. See, the thing is that news just broke out, man. So I am a bit puzzled regarding all the subject. So yeah, there is an obligation to buy and we will have to pay 20 million euro plus 5 million in add-ons in the year of 2024 when we decide to keep Amrabat for a longer time, not for one single season. I can see that many of you guys have joined us. Thank you all of you, brother. Jashwani Singh went on strike, refused to train, rejected the biggest clubs in the world, waited till deadline day, all to sign for Manchester United. Our pool is unmatched, man. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And kudos to Amrabat, man. Absolutely kudos to Amrabat. The way he have behaved, I will say this again and again. The way Amrabat and Fiorentina, both of those entities, the way they have handled the situation with, Manchester United, it is plausible, man. Absolutely. Ishank is saying should have been a permanent deal or loan with obligation at least to compensate for his desire to join. See, the thing is that I do think that we will end up signing him in the next year. See, the thing is that it is not going to be a hard task for Sofyan Amrabat to be a popular player, inside the Manchester United fan base. As I've just mentioned, we let go of Fred. Donny is leaving as well, and we all know Mason Mount and Eriksen does not possess the kind of ability we need on that, on that pitch, on that area of pitch. And it was quite clear in the last 3 matches that Erik ten Hag will only opt for players like, Scott McTominay or Maguire when it is absolutely needed. When there is absolutely no one, then only he will opt for Scott McTominay on that midfield area. So absolutely, brother, Amrabat was much needed. We needed that profile of player, what Sofyan Amrabat is. He will give us the balance we were missing in the past 3 or 4 matches. So yeah, man, if you are, it is a Here We Go episode of Sofyan Amrabat. Brothers, if you are enjoying our show, it deserves a subscribe, man. Please to hit that button. Smash that button. Swaraj is saying, what about Nunes, Gakpo, Luis Diaz, Gravenberch, McAllister, all rejected us? No, man. No, man. The only thing you have got is, what should I say, upside down? Yeah. We were interested in all of those players. They didn't, drop us. We dropped them. We let them go. And that is the main reason, Swaraj, I was, contradicting you that day when you were defending the Glazers. The statement you have just said, the only wrong part is that they have all rejected us. Maybe some of them have. Maybe McAllister was, favoring Liverpool over Manchester United, but not any of those guys. They were open to join any other club. We were not the one. We were the one who were not able to pull those deals off. Believe me, because we can't expect everyone to behave like Sofyan Amrabat. That is not simply possible. Not everyone can behave like Sofyan Amrabat, and that will not be professional as well. Because see, yeah, we can get excited about the fact that Sofyan Amrabat have waited us out and all that. So he had waited us out for us and all that stuff. But see, what if it happens with us? What if the same thing happens with us? What if Real Madrid comes out and they want to buy Rashford? Just imagine that they want to buy Rashford. Rashford only wants to join Real Madrid, and there are other clubs, 4, 5, 6 other clubs, big clubs, who wants to sign Rashford as well. And they are giving us some real good deal so that they can sign Rashford. But Rashford is adamant that he will only leave Manchester United if he can join Real Madrid. And Real Madrid have known that situation, and they are taking the advantage of that particular situation and giving us a stupid bid. And we do not have any power in that because Rashford is the one who do not want to go to any other club other than Real Madrid. Exactly, that was the case regarding Sofyan Amrabat. Was it way too professional? Absolutely not. We had no issue with it because he was doing it for us. But what if it happens with us? You can see my difference, right, Swaraj? I hope I can, clarify you properly, brother. Siddharth is saying, like what Eric Ten Hag said, players wants to join United. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Rohit, Bhaiya, man. All of you guys, thank you. Kudos to all of you guys for joining, brother. I was so happy to see that news. As I just said, that when I was saying in our previous session that I am absolutely sure that Amrabat will join, I still had even a 1% doubt that Manchester United can drop the ball. They have done that earlier. We have seen that we have spent an entire summer for Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Frankie de Jong, and we haven't signed those players on that very summer. It could have been the case with Sofian Amrabat as well, but it is not. Thankfully, it is not, man. When I say, yeah, it's okay, man. Man United finally gets their Moroccan Vin Diesel, Sofian Amrabat, get it, absolutely my crush Amrabat, okay. Rishabh is saying glory days are here, rejoice, absolutely, man. Yunus is saying Amrabat, welcome. See, the thing is that, man, absolutely, as I've said, it should not be a harder task for Sofian Amrabat to be, a fan favorite, because in his position, the position he plays in, it was so much needed, man. We missed Amrabat. We literally missed him in the last 3 matches. I do not know. I hope that, I guess we will not see him playing in the Arsenal match, but I do hope, fingers crossed, but I do hope he will be available for that Brighton game. I seriously think so. That should be the case. Antra is saying, Manchester United blood, his spirit for his club uncontrollable. Absolutely. Even before he joined Manchester United, the level of loyalty, the level of admiration, the level of tenacity he have shown just so that he can be a Manchester United player. That is just amazing. That is fantastic. That is mind-blowing. But as I've said, there is a downfall to it, there is a negative side to it, but it is not for us to, see them, because we are a Manchester United fan, and it will always give us the pleasure if there is some players out there who can be that much adamant, what Amrabat was, so that he can be a Manchester United player, and that just always gives us the pleasure we always want from our players. Benjamin is saying, really bad, we could not sign another striker. Absolutely, the thing is that, man, as I have said, we can get excited by all the signings, other than Sofian Amrabat, all of those signings, whether it's Onana, whether it's Hojlund, whether it's even Hojlund, I'm fine with Hojlund, but Mason Mount, those 3 players does not solve the problems we already had. If we had signed another striker, what you have just said, Benjamin, like a player like Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen, I would have been absolutely fine with Rasmus Hojlund. But we will be solely depending on Rasmus Hojlund, and we all know the level of fitness, Anthony Martial possesses. I do think he will get injured eventually, and we will have to put all of our hope on that young lad. And that is not fair for him. That is not fair for us. What can you do, brother? What the hell can we do? We are, getting accustomed with all those shittiness that our clubs runs with, and we have to accept that at times. But I guess, our 1958 foundation in Manchester is holding a protest at 6 p.m. on British Standard Time. So any of you guys, who are member of our community and lives near Manchester, please join them and make sure that the Glazers heard, the Glazers hear what we have to say. This is not their club to spoil. This is absolutely not their property to spoil. Yeah, it is their property, but they does not own. Legally, they own the club. Legally, it is their property, but emotionally, man, the level of emotional trauma we have to go through just because of the Glazers, that is shambolic. But you know what? As I've said, they can spin off Amrabat as the most positive thing. But we have to remember one thing very clearly. We should have done that deal. We should have done this Amrabat signing in the month of June, or at the very latest in the month of late July or August. We have been linked with Amrabat from the end of June, and it is 1st September, and now we are seeing that, yeah, we got a hold of Sofian Amrabat. And if you see that properly, objectively, it only took us 10 million euros to get him. On a loan deal, it only took us 10 million. So why were we? They are really asking us to believe that Manchester United didn't have 10 million euro. If you are going to end up, signing Amrabat on a loan deal, why haven't you done that in the month of June or July? Why did you wait, until the last day of the summer transfer window? And that just shows you the level. That really just shows you the level in which we get run by. So yeah, there is no Martak madness. There is only Martak sadness, and there will be until and unless we kick those guys out of Manchester United, including the Glazers. Tanya is saying this guy is insane. You all love Amrabat. Absolutely, brother. As I said, we are already in love with the player, man. He is United legend already. Devopia is saying the worst part is some people who never had this much patience and dedication in their life would still have the guts to start an agenda against the guy like they did to Mount. Really happy we got him and didn't disappoint him. Absolutely, man. Shonatan is saying Todibo up next. Brother, oh brother. If that happens, man, if that happens, that would be a surprise signing. That would be a surprise signing. As I have said, Manchester United can treat, Sofian Amrabat as a surprise signing, but it was not a surprise to any of us. So, but if Todibo happens or another striker, that would be a pleasant surprise. I would absolutely welcome, brother. Benjamin is also, we need a centre back there. Absolutely, man. And see, the thing is that there are two players in our squad. Players like Scott McTominay and players like Harry Maguire. Those who are really waiting for their teammates to get injured so that they can get some pitch time. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Those are two players who are potentially waiting so that their teammates can get injured or suspended, and then only Erik ten Hag will opt to choose them and they will get some pitch time. And that just shows you the level of their players. I do not care if anybody comes out and says that McTominay is a nice guy, he's quite passionate about Manchester. I do not care about any of those stuff, brother. I do not care about that. Is he good enough for Manchester United? No. Period. Done. Get rid of those players. But we haven't done that. We have seen we should have gotten rid of McTominay, Maguire, maybe Martial, Eric Bailly, Van de Beek, all those players. But who do we have seen that gone out of our club? Our youngsters, our future. We really let go of our future players in some mere valuation and just so that we can accumulate some money. And that is the level of Manchester United right now. And that just shocks me. It is stunning. It is mind-numbing and not in a very good way at all, man. Akash is saying the manager has been backed. Absolutely. No, man. No. No, I will not comply with that statement, brother. Manager is not absolutely backed. We can't even let alone. Let's just forget about players like Frankie de Jong, players like Caicedo, players like Declan Rice, who could have cost us more than 100 million. We couldn't even get Rabiot for Erik ten Hag. Let's not forget that Rabiot was on that equation. We can, as I've said, we can get happy as much as we want with all the signings, but we do have to remember the players we didn't sign, the players Erik ten Hag wanted. So when you say the manager has been backed, absolutely not. Absolutely not, brother. Believe me, guys, believe me. The difference between Amrabat and Maguire is only here. Just joking. Okay, man, I can see that you are joking. Moroccan, Vin Diesel, you are red fella. He is a red man. He is a red devil. The news made my day, absolutely, brother. Now Erik ten Hag with his stupid system will make Amrabat train for 2 weeks before he will say Amrabat is finally fit to be in his team. You are quite right about that, brother. As we have discussed in our earlier session, we all know how Erik ten Hag can behave. He is a very calculative manager. He believes on the stats. He can see. And as I said, it is quite true even, He haven't trained with his team. He haven't got a single minute, in our preseason matches. And it is all due to Manchester United. Let's not forget, because he was quite clear that he wants to join United in the month of June. And we delayed that process, and we signed him now. And only because of us, he was not able to train properly, and only because of us, he haven't got a single minute on any preseason matches. So yeah, he is not match fit. He trained on his own, but that does not count. We all know that. He's fit to sign for us. Medically, he will be fit. Physically, he may be fit, but not mentally. He is not ready to face a game like Arsenal in this Sunday. That is not going to happen. So yeah, it will take a couple of weeks maybe, but we will see about that, brother. Modi is saying, This guy should have a statue at Old Trafford, okay, man. Eric is saying the best signing this season, our midfielder is now. Absolutely. I will comply with that statement that this is the best signing. You know why? You know why? Maybe you can say that Mount is a better player than Amrabat, or maybe Wayland, just as a player. I know they play different roles, but just as a player, you can say that Mount is better than Amrabat, or even Wayland is better than Amrabat, Onana is better than Amrabat. But you know why I will say this is our best signing? Because this is the signing that at least solve a problem we had last season. That is the main reason I will say he is the best signing, because including him on that squad solves a problem. And if you guys are following me for a while now, you guys already know how many times I have said that we do need a backup for Casemiro, and it at last happened. At last it happened, brother. Oh my God, I can't even believe that, man. It's surrealistic, believe me. Oh my God, can't believe this. God bless you for waiting for Manchester United so long, even snubbed many clubs for your dream clubs. I decree and declare you will never regret in your career. This is tears of joy, much love. Absolutely, Shoaili. One more forward, please, saying Sanjana. That would be a pleasant surprise for us. That would be an absolutely pleasant surprise for us. Delhi Swaying United, why you don't out Martial, McTominay and Maguire, Van de Beek to United? I need to Todibo and Kylian Mbappe to United and happy. Sorry, I'm happy. Sorry, why you sell Sancho? Don't sell Sancho. He's like, no man, I don't think that we will end up selling Sancho. That is not going to happen. We need one defender to replace Varane. I don't know, brother. If that happens, as I've said, it would be a quite pleasant surprise. We need him to drop that World Cup performance. Enough of being overrun in midfield. Kaze Amrabat. Absolutely, Shantuni. I am waiting to see that combo. I am absolutely waiting out to see that combo work out and making some explosions for Manchester United. Tonmai saying pain went straight to Fulham local state. Yeah, man. No pain, no gain. Even rival fans are happy for us. I hope so. I've never been this happy with Manchester United. Saying Rito Broto, absolutely, brother. Lovely is saying now my blood pressure settling into winnings. Okay. Stevie saying welcome to Theatre of Dreams. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. It was his Theatre of Dreams. The amount of time he spent on waiting, there is not an ounce of doubt that it was his Theatre of Dreams. And I'm so happy that he will be able to play on that, stadium, and to everything about, that Amrabat deal is absolutely wonderful, other than the delay we have had, from our club. We need to be patient with the new signings for them to gradually fit to the team. Absolutely, Srishti. Purvan is saying we fans love him for loving us and our great club, Manchester United. Shoaib is saying he wants everything, all the players he wants in the world. Absolutely, brother. As a Manchester United fan, we all want the best for our club. As I've said, we can argue, regarding some of the facts, but at the end of the day, it does not matter if I'm agreeing with you or you are agreeing with my position. It does not matter. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we all want the best for our club, which is our beloved club, Manchester United. We are arguing for each, between each other. We can have an argument, but it is only because we want the best for our club. Rajdeep is saying Casemiro and Amrabat together will do wonders this season. Casemiro can now rely on Sofian. Absolutely, brother. I'm so happy for this signing, saying Tuilipo. Salty is saying yo-yo Man United fans. Absolutely yo-yo Man United fans, man. We are out of the world today. Benjamin is saying Anthony is inconsistent. There is no player challenging Anthony for his position. Bro, can Mount play on the right feet? See, brother. We know that Mount have played that position, when he played for Chelsea. But I would prefer, if you are asking me, and if I'm being honest with you guys, I would prefer Jadon Sancho or even, Facundo Pellistri. As I have discussed already in our previous session, that Facundo Pellistri is not going out on a loan. He will be a Manchester United player this season. So yeah, he will be with us. So I do think even Eric Ten Hag understands. He can see that Anthony is not doing the job what he is supposed to do. He needs to take on the defenders. He needs to dribble past them and put in a cross. If we are going to rely on Haaland need those services which a winger provides, which Anthony absolutely does not, or even Rashford. But Rashford does score, which is not the case with Anthony. So yeah, we can see Eric Ten Hag opting for, rather than Facundo Pellistri or even Jadon Sancho on that right flank rather than going for Anthony. That can happen. I would prefer Sancho and Pellistri over, before we go out and put Mount on that position. And absolutely not Bruno. Absolutely not Bruno. I do not want to see Bruno Fernandes on that right flank. He is, you know what? Potentially, he is, what should I say, invisible on that position, which is the case with Marcus Rashford if you put him on that number 9 position. So, yeah, if you ask me, brother, I will say after Anthony, or even before Anthony, I will opt for Sancho and Pellistri. And especially Sancho, because in the last season, I guess there were 3 or 4 or 5 matches where we have seen Sancho playing on that right flank, and he was absolutely brilliant on that position. And you know what? The difference between Anthony and Sancho is Sancho puts in the crosses, which Haaland needs. If we want Haaland to score some goals, if we really want that to happen, we need our wingers to be more unselfish and they need to put that ball in. Believe me, guys, that should happen, and that will happen with players like Sancho or even Pellistri or Garnacho. Not Rashford, but that's okay. Rashford is quite fantastic on that left flank. Gurpreet is saying, Bhaiya, yes, Gurpreet, in, brother, in. Amrabat, Salty saying, Amrabat in, absolutely, man. Haaland available on Sunday, absolutely. Yeah, as I've said, man, we will have our session, our 11 p.m. show, and we will talk about, obviously, we will react to the Eric Ten Hag press conference, and there are some updates, regarding Haaland, regarding Mason Greenwood, and we will get into all those subjects in our 11 p.m. session. So please, guys, if you are new to the channel, please to subscribe and please to join us at our 11 p.m. show, and we will talk about all the things, what should I say, elaborately. So yeah, man. Mount is shit, waste of money. Okay, man. Gurpreet is saying salty. Glory, Man United, absolutely, man. Anthony is also shit. He does always the same style, not effective. As I've said, man, there is a flaw in Anthony. I will say that. As Paul Scholes have said in the last season, I thought it was really harsh, but it is coming to be true. That statement is aging well, not for us, but for Paul Scholes. He have said in previous season that Anthony is a one-trick pony, and as it seems, it is quite true. Sai Ramos is saying, I love it. We need to get rid of all the dead goods next season and bring in players who are willing to fight for this club. Absolutely, brother. Sancho is not effective too. Sancho is not effective on that false 9 or maybe on the left flank. I do prefer him on that right flank. See, he's a player we are spending a fortune on. So I do hope that he will get some pitch time, and he should. And he should prove himself to be an effective player under Eric Ten Hag. Shoptimi is saying, what a guy. This one is going to fight for the best. Absolutely. There is not an ounce of doubt about that. Shajwati is saying, oh my God, this is going to be a class signing. Absolutely, Shajwati. Happy day for all Manchester United fans. Welcome, bro. Absolutely, Rahul, man. Absolutely, brother. Hello, Salty. Thank you. My brother, if you are new to the channel, man, absolutely kudos to you guys for joining the channel. And we get live every day at 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. in Indian Standard Time. So welcome to the community, brother. Welcome to the community. There couldn't be a much better day than this one. Dizzy is saying, best signing this window. The player who really wanted to be a Manchester United player. We haven't seen that for a long time. Absolutely, Dizzy. Monge bhai, বিশ্বাস করতে পারছি না যে সাইন হলো absolutely, man, absolutely. It is quite unbelievable, though it not unbelievable, it was believable, but it should have done in the month of July or August. But you know what, I will not delve into the negativity of this deal. At last we have signed him. So yeah, it is what it is, brother, but at least we have ended up our summer transfer window with Sofian Amrabat. So anyway, guys, kudos to all of you guys for joining this session. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And in the name of Sofian Amrabat, the latest Red Devils, please to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel, man. So yeah, brother, anyway, we will see you in our 11 p.m. show, and we will have a reactory, we will have our reactions regarding that Ten Hag press conference, and we will have a preview of our Arsenal game. So meet you at 11 p.m. Goodbye, take care, and you know what? Kudos to you guys. As always, kudos to you guys, man. Rohit has said his magical words. I love Sheikh Dazim, absolutely, man. Shubhodip is also saying, at last, absolutely, brother. Anyway, guys, do take care, and please do make sure to join at our 11 p.m. show. It is going to be absolutely massive, man. Anyway, guys, goodbye.